am so excited for you guys to meet the teaching staff of Desert Christian Middle School. I have asked each one of them to shoot a little video so you guys can get to know them better. Hi guys, this is Mrs. Costello, and I have 1 minute to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a husband, Jeff, and we have our daughter, Lizzie. Lizzie's going to be just turned 23. Our favorite things to do with Lizzie are to take her to Disneyland. Before the whole quarantine thing, our biggest thing was that every single weekend we would go to Disneyland. To the point where Winnie the Pooh, the ride, everybody at the ride gave her her own Christmas card. So we are a family at Disneyland, so we cannot wait to go back. I also love to run. I believe last year I ran, I think it was 85 races. Obviously this year will be a little bit less, but I love to run. I love to run half marathons. I don't love to run marathons, but I love the accomplishment of running marathons. I also love sports. I love the Philadelphia Eagles, and I also love the LA Dodgers. So we love taking Lizzie to different football games, baseball games. We just love taking her out, and so that is just a little bit about me.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Galloway. I teach history here at Desert Christian Middle School. Fun fact, I actually used to go to Desert Christian Middle School as a student, started in 7th grade, so taking that long course all the way here. I also love coffee. I love playing tennis. I am married. I don't have kids yet, but we do love going to the beach together and just doing fun things.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Granfrey, and this year I'm teaching English 8, Math 6, and Algebra. I've been teaching at Desert Christian School since 1999, and more than 20 years later, I am still teaching middle schoolers because I enjoy it so much. Another joy to my heart is singing and music. I sing in our church choir. Family is very important to me. One of the family traditions that we have is going to Solvang every year. We have been doing that since before our children were even born. So when we do that around Christmas time. So each year, even though my children are all over the United States, if they're in town for Christmas, we go up to Solvang. I am so looking forward to meeting you all, and we're going to have a great year.
Hi, my name is Fred Jaramillo. Most people around here call me Mr. J. I've been on the middle school campus. This will start my 5th year, and I'm coming from the public school where I taught for about 30 years. Prior to that, I was in the ministry as a youth pastor, and I've been working with middle school kids since 1974, so about 46 years. I really am delighted to be here, and I'm really looking forward to actually coming face to face with kids when we get back on campus. So we'll hope to see you guys soon.
Hi, I'm Christina McGahey, and I'm excited to be here at the middle school this year. It's going to be a new adventure, and I'm ready to take it on with you guys. This year, though, I am going to be teaching math for 8th grade, 6th grade math, a 6th grade science class, English 7 and English 8. So I'm going to be busy. We're going to have lots of fun. We're all going to grow together and just trial and error with each other. A little bit about me. I have 2 daughters. I have Abigail, who is in 7th grade, and I have Emma, who is a freshman at Desert Christian High School. My family and I, we love to travel, we love to camp, we love to be outdoors, just having fun all the time and being busy. This year will be my 9th year teaching at Desert Christian, so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to see what this year has for us.
What's going on, Desert Christian Middle School, 8th graders specifically? My name is Mark Rondeau, and I'm going to be doing Bible this year, but let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Canada, so I am here, and I like the winters here much better. Me and my family love to go camping. We love to go to the beach. I'm a drummer, so I love to drum as much as I can for my church or whenever. If I need a workout or get some frustration out, that happens too. I love music of all types, and I just love going to my church and serving as a pastor at my church as well. So, man, I just love life, and me and my family love serving the Lord together, and I'm excited to be part of your life this year.
Hi there, I'm Danny Saltzman, and I'm so excited to be your teacher this year. I'm teaching both 6th and 8th grade science, and I'm also teaching 7th grade math. So we're looking forward to having an awesome time. Just to get to know me a little bit, I've been married for 17 years to my wife, Cheryl. We have 2 amazing kids. My son, Asher, is going into high school at Desert Christian High School. My daughter, Angelina, is probably some of your classmates in 7th grade. Some of my likes, I really like the Lakers. I've been a Laker fan my whole life. I'm also into something called esports, a game called League of Legends, if you know about that. It's something that I'm into. I like to have fun in the classroom. I'm really into movies and cool things like that. So hopefully we have a great time getting to know each other this year as we follow this path of education.
Hi, I'm Dr. Schmidt. I teach Math 7A and 8B here at Desert Christian Middle School. I teach in the mornings, and then after that I go to California State University, Bakersfield, where I am a professor and the director of teacher education. I have 2 lovely boys here at Desert Christian. One is in the middle school, 8th grade, and one's at the high school. When they are not playing volleyball, I love to go places like SeaWorld, because marine life is just one of my favorite things. So we love doing things like swimming with beluga whales, and we love Disneyland with my family, and we go to Disneyland a lot when it is open. So welcome all. I'd be happy to meet you all.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Shepner. I have been teaching for 10 years. I taught 5th grade for 2 years. I taught 4th grade for 5 years, and this will be my 3rd year teaching middle school. I graduated with my degree from Cal State Channel Islands in Camarillo, Gold Dolphins, and I worked on my credential through Cal State Bakersfield. I am married to my wonderful husband, and we have 3 kids. Haley, who is in middle school, Alex, which will be in 4th grade this year, and Benjamin, which will be in 1st grade here at Desert Christian. I have a lot of awesome hobbies. I love to snowboard. I love to go to the river and jet ski. Hiking is a fun thing we like to do as a family, and I also like to go out on a UTV, which is like a big Razor or Can-Am. I am so excited for this new school year. I am sad that we can't be in the actual classroom here, but I'm really excited to be able to see you guys on Zoom.
Hi, my name is Alan Squires. I wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the 2020 Desert Christian school year. Just a video to tell you a little bit about myself and kind of introduce you, since we're all going virtual for at least the beginning of the year. Again, my name's Alan Squires. I'm married. I have a wife named Lindsay and a daughter named Charlie. Most of you who have been at the school know Charlie. She's been around. She's an 8th grader this year. I have a dog, a little corgi named Franklin, and just a couple fun things about myself. One of my favorite things to do is to go traveling, which has been rough lately, but one of my favorite things to do in the world is to go traveling and see different places and experience things I've never done. I also love to run. Most of you have already seen Mrs. Costello's video where she says she likes to run. She likes to run because I told her it was cool to run, and she kind of latched on to it. But running is just, it's what I do, and so when you have me in class, you'll see that. I'll go out and run with you guys and have a great time every day. Just a couple fun facts about myself. If I had to have one meal left on earth, it would be Lewis Barbecue in Charleston, South Carolina, and I would go with the brisket. It's some good stuff. Even though I teach PE, I love donuts, and I think Joshua trees are amazing. So it's a little bit about me.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Von Tungellen, and I'm going to be your English teacher. I've been teaching English here at Desert Christian Middle School for 5 years. I have 4 kids that have gone through the Desert Christian program, so our family are pretty much lifers as far as the kids go. And just so you know, I remember middle school very well. In fact, I did a lot of the same things that you guys do every day.
Hi, I'm Mr. Williams. I'll be teaching 6th grade Bible and 7th grade Bible this year. Just a little bit about me. I have a theology degree from Moody Bible Institute. I'm married to Maria, who runs a peach factory here. I have 3 kids, Abby, Leah, and Owen, and they attend this school here as well. Some things that I love to do: I love to fish, I love to surf. Things that I do on the side that take a lot of my time, as I coach football. I'm the head football coach here at the high school. And you'll see a lot of things around here. I have hats, I have helmets, It's one of my passions. I also coach the girls' high school basketball team. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys this year and chatting it up.
Each of our teachers are going to put a little video together to help you get prepared for our distance learning. So they'll spend about 5 minutes explaining supplies that you need and exactly how their class is going to be able to go. So I really hope you enjoy their videos telling you a little bit about each of their classes. I am so excited about teaching 7th grade history. This is Mrs. Costello, and in addition to being principal, I get to spend a couple hours every day with you guys. So for 7th grade history, we are using the same book that you used in 6th grade. We should be starting up right where you left off. We're going to be starting in chapter 11, which is the Roman Empire, and we will go through the Roman Empire. We'll learn about the Middle East. We'll learn about Africa. Then we will travel to Asia and learn about China and Japan. And then we'll get to do in Europe the medieval times, which is my personal favorite. And then we'll talk a little bit about the scientific revolution and then American exploration, which will lead you straight to Mr. Galloway's class in 8th grade for American history. So this is the textbook that we're going to be using. Other things that you'll need for the class is that while we're in distance learning, Google Classroom will have your class notes. It will also have our Google Forms and other assignments on it. So you won't necessarily need other materials because your assignments will be assignments that you can submit online. So as long as that you have your computer ready to go, then you're going to be all set for our history class. The other fun thing that we do in 7th grade history is that we each get assigned a country. So we are going to be doing that our very first week where we're going to pick countries, and that's going to be your country for the whole year. And we do a special project. You get to plan a pretend trip to your country. We do food from your country. You get to make a travel brochure for your country. So we will get to learn where everything is all throughout the world after you guys get to pick your countries and share. So that's always a really fun part of 7th grade history. What else about 7th grade history? Oh, how you're going to be graded. So you will have Google Forms, which will have response questions. You'll have quizzes. You'll have different projects, tests. So it's going to be a little bit of everything, a little variety. My syllabus will have a little bit more in detail, and you'll be able to click that link to be able to see how you'll be graded. During distance learning, your normal class will involve a class opener. It'll be a different activity. I know that some of the first activities I've planned are an interactive quiz game. I also have different Google Forms. I'm asking some questions maybe from the lecture before. I know that we'll do some Kahoot. So you'll do a class opening, and then we'll do some instruction, and then we'll have an activity. That activity after our lecture could be a response questions, it could be a group project where you'll go out of breakout rooms. So that's going to be a little bit of variety per day. And if you're going to ask how much homework you're going to have, if you use your time wisely, you should not really have more than 5 minutes of homework. Unless you have to review your notes for a test or a quiz. So most of the work we'll be doing in class. I am so excited to have you in my history class. This is going to be my 17th year teaching 7th grade history. So I am really excited to be able to teach a whole nother group of students.
Hi, this is Dr. Schmidt with Math 7A and 8B Pre-Algebra. This year we will be using the Accelerated Math textbook, which is pre-algebra, which prepares them for algebra. We will start every class day grading the homework together. Then we will answer any questions the student has, cover new information, and then I will give them time in class to work on their problems for that day. That way they can ask any questions as they come to them if they need help and assistance. Each week we will be doing ALEX. It's an online math program that helps them practice their math. They have to do 10 topics a week, and it's due Saturday at 11:59 p.m. We will also be doing quizzes. Quizzes are short little quizzes that they do online in an online program, which we will set up the first week of school, where they are practicing their math skills. Those are due at 8 a.m. on Friday. We will also be doing tests or quizzes each week. They are on Friday. And they will be covering the material that's covered that week. So if they study the homework and make sure they know how to do the homework, they will do great on those. I do require them to always show their work because it's very important for me to see wherever their mistakes are so that we can correct them before moving on. So please make sure your students are showing their work on their math. Also, it's very important that they come with their school supplies. They are given a whiteboard and dry erase marker, so please make sure they have those. Their textbook. Also, it's important that they have a spiral notebook to take notes. That way they can refer back to the notes and sample problems we do in class as they're doing their homework, and they can refresh their memory on how to do the homework. They also need a scientific calculator. They do not need one of those expensive graphing calculators that cost $100. They can just have the cheap $8, $9 scientific calculators that you could just buy at Walmart. I look forward to this wonderful year and seeing you in class. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome to 7th grade math. I'm Mr. Saltzman, and I'm so excited that I get to be your teacher this next year. We are doing Math Accelerated Pre-Algebra. You'll be learning this over 7th and 8th grade. It's going to be an awesome time where you dive into new courses in mathematics. It's going to be a really fun deep dive, preparing you for high school and the rest of your lives. One of my main things that I like to talk about when we're learning about math is that I want to make sure that you can no longer say, I hate math or I don't like math. It might not be your favorite, but you will learn to like it, I promise. We're gonna have a fun time in class. We're gonna have some really fun instruction time. I will be available to you guys each and every day as we're learning. We can go back and forth with questions. Our new math curriculum aligns perfectly with ALEKS, so as you go along and you're doing your ALEKS, it will be the exact content that we're going through in class, so it'll make perfect sense. If you have been doing the previous curriculum, sometimes it didn't align just right and it could have been a little bit confusing. So we're gonna have a lot of clarity. We're gonna learn together. It's gonna be really fun. Like I said, I really wanna focus on going deep rather than doing an exhaustive coverage. So we're gonna go for understanding more than repetitive motions. Now, there is a lot in math that we do need to learn and do over and over again so we can learn it, but the focus will be on going deep and having a deep understanding and knowing why we're taking certain steps and why we're doing certain functions or what we're doing rather than just doing it mindlessly. So hopefully at the end of this year, you can come out saying you like math, maybe even you love math. You will understand why you're doing some of the things you're doing. We're going to have a fun year setting you up as you continue going in mathematics for the rest of your life. And yes, you will use math the rest of your life. I know sometimes we can say, I'm never going to use this. There are some things that might seem abstract, but I'm sure you will find out as you grow up, there are a lot of these things that you will use in your everyday life and that will help you be a better student as you go through your education.
Hi there, I'm Mr. J. I will be your math teacher. I will be teaching both 8th grade math and 7th grade math. Both of the classes are going to be kind of similar, but they're different content, of course, but I'm going to run them in a very similar way. Listen, I want you to be successful in math this year. I know we're going through some incredible struggles, this pandemic and stuff like that that's keeping us apart, but I want you to be successful. So I want you to know that I will be available every day after school. If you want to call me or text me or whatever, I'll even meet with you in person, exercising social distancing, of course. Or we can have our own private Zoom meetings or whatever, just to help get you ready for the next day of math, get you ready for the quizzes and so forth that we will be taking. We will be doing ALEKS this year. You'll be required initially to do 10 topics. Now, the curriculum that we have adopted is tied into ALEKS perfectly. And so I can assign topics from the curriculum to ALEKS that will help you learn the content much, much better. So I'm kind of excited about that. You'll be required to do 10 ALEKS topics initially, and then as they get more difficult, we'll back down a little bit. Also, I will be collecting homework assignments on Thursday and try to get them graded and back to you on Friday. Our quizzes will be on Friday. Usually if we have a quiz or a test, it'll be usually on Friday, and I'll put that in the calendar so you'll know. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. I'm, again, available, but you probably have to call me before 8 o'clock because my phone shuts off at 8 o'clock. Okay? Thank you, guys, and we'll see you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Shepner, and I will be your 7th grade science teacher this year. We will be using the Elevate Science Life textbook. We will be learning about what is a living thing. We'll be talking about plant and animal cells. We'll be also talking about human anatomy. During our class each day, we will be doing a number of different things, from going over notes to doing different reading assignments and even working on some awesome, engaging labs in the classroom. Now, some of the homework will look like is we will be on the online website, which is Savas Realize. We will be doing, watching me do labs in the classroom, and you be doing the lab paperwork at home. And we'll also be doing some digital escape rooms. I hope to see you soon on Zoom.
Middle school English basically covers the same things that you're used to from doing language arts throughout your school career. We're going to look at spelling and vocabulary. We have grammar. We also do literature and literature analysis. We will be doing some novel studies this year, and writing. So the two biggest focuses that we have in English is literature analysis and writing. These are the skills that we really want to work with you on so that you will be prepared for high school.
I am teaching English 7 and English 8 this year, and with English we will be doing literature, grammar, writing, vocabulary, and independent reading. Throughout the day we will be reading selections and analyzing them, critically thinking. We will be using vocabulary terms and doing vocabulary worksheets. For grammar we will be using Grammar Flip, which is really fun, really exciting, and there's little videos, so you will enjoy that as well. And I think that's, and writing. We will be doing lots of writing as well with some essays. The writings will be a little bit longer than what you're used to, but we will have fun with them and we will make it work together.
Hi, Mr. J here. I'm your 7th grade Bible teacher. We are going to be going through the Route 66 book, the second half of it. We're going to be looking at the New Testament, covering each and every book in the New Testament, wrapping up with the book of Revelation, which is going to be kind of exciting. We're going to start off this year with, is the Bible truly the Word of God? And we're going to be spending about a week and a half on that. And I'm going to give you all kinds of neat and interesting things that will help you as you go through the Bible. And you'll be able to clearly see that the Bible truly is the Word of God and it's reliable and you can count on it. And then we'll get into the Gospels, and we'll look at Acts, the history of the church, and then we'll look at Paul's prison epistles and the John letters, and then we'll wrap it up.
What kind of assignments do you have, Mr. J?
Oh, good question. We are going to be, at the end of each lesson, we're going to have what we call a quick quiz, and then there will be the unit exams, and then after that, I'll be going and looking at your books. When we get back on campus, I won't be able to do that. And you'll be getting a grade for all of the filled-in assignments that you do. And so every day, you're going to be filling in those assignments. And that will help me to gauge and see that you're catching on to what we're going through. And I will be standing in front of this screen. The notes will come up on the screen, and you'll clearly be able to see what you're supposed to be writing down in your Route 66 book.
Hi, I'm Mr. Williams. I'll be teaching 7th grade Bible with your students this year. Our curriculum is the continuation of the Route 66, except now we're going to transition from Old Testament to New Testament, and we're going to go over each book of the Bible. We're going to have themes, key verses, key ideas. We're going to talk about the Gospels, and we're really going to examine Jesus' life and his ministry and how he dealt with people. And then we can take that kind of concept that Jesus did and hopefully apply it to our own life so that we can be treating each other with kindness and love for others here. So I'm really looking forward to working with your students. As far as the class goes, it is a point-based system. So everything that they do, whether it's homework, quiz, or test, points will be given based on the workload. So again, I look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, this is an intro to PE for Desert Christian for the virtual 2020 portion of the school year. My name is Alan Squires, and I've been at Desert Christian for 14 years now, and so I think my 5th year teaching PE. So this year going virtual will obviously be a little bit different, but just to give you an idea of a little bit of what to expect, and we'll go over it more in depth once we get into class. The first thing is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you will not have me live every day, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays we'll have a live class during your scheduled PE time. And during that time we'll do the things you can probably do inside of your house, like push-ups, sit-ups, things like that. We'll break into small groups, and it'll go more in depth once we're in class. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, make sure to show up to class live. On Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, so 3 times during the week, you'll be required to run a mile. That's on your own. I ask you, not to go out by yourself, but with an adult or somebody watching you. We'll go over that as well in class, but 3 times a week you'll be responsible for running a mile. All of your submissions will be within the Google Classroom platform. So once you need to submit your grades or submit your assignments for grades, you'll be doing that within Google Classroom. In terms of grading, there's basically 5 criteria for the virtual arena, and that's the first is your extra. Every week you'll have about 30 minutes where you get to choose what you want to do. That can be anything from swimming, jumping on a trampoline, walking a dog, just basically something physical that you want to do. You'll submit that through Flipgrid, which is basically a thing where you can submit a small video clip of the extra that you are doing. Your mile runs every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You'll submit 3 times a week. An app that shows how far you've gone, or a picture of your watch, or a picture of your treadmill, just to show me that you've done the work. One of the easiest ways to get a grade in class is sportsmanship. Do you come to class, treat each other with respect, have a good attitude, and basically, have a positive attitude about the class? There'll be occasional testing, whether that's timed mile, an endurance test, a push-up test, things of that nature. So you'll have a small component of the class that will be based on testing. And then every Tuesday and Thursday, again, we'll go live and you'll get a grade for the live portion of the class. So you'll have 5 different areas that you're graded in. And this is just for the virtual. Once we go back to regular classroom school, we'll have a whole different set of things. But for virtual, that's what you need to know. I'll answer more once we're in class. But for now, it's just kind of a brief outline of what we'll be doing.